Let us continue with the explanation, children. Children, before moving on to page 10, I would like to explain the last paragraph on page 9. Yesterday, a child asked me, she had a doubt. So, let me explain that last paragraph. Page 9. The prince was born in the hour of the bull. The bull and the tiger are enemies. Therefore, death comes from the tiger, he explained. Now, he refers to the astrologer, children, and this is nothing but in astrological language he has interpreted the prediction. And what does he say? That the bull and the tiger, they are enemies. Now, because the tiger king was born in the hour of the bull, so his death would be brought about by a tiger. So, this is nothing but in simple language we can interpret that a tiger would be responsible for the death of the tiger king. Now, let us move on to the next page. You may think that Crown Prince Jung Bahadur was thrown into a quake when he heard the word tiger. That was exactly what did not happen. As soon as he heard it pronounced, the word, the Crown Prince gave a deep growl. Terrifying words emerged from his lips. Let tigers beware. Now, the writer says that the readers may feel that the tiger king must have got terrified or must have trembled in fear after listening to the word tiger or after listening to the prediction of the astrologer, but nothing of the sort happened. In fact, what happened, the tiger king, he gave a deep growl. So he was copying the growl of a tiger, and he growled like a tiger. And what cautionary note did he drop? Let tigers beware. Let the tigers be careful of me. Okay, now children, there's a term used, crown prince. What do you mean by crown prince? The heir, the apparent, the apparent person to the throne would be ruling king. Got it? So, it is the heir who would in future occupy the throne. So, that is what we understand by crown prince. So, he gave that cautionary note, let tigers beware. This account is only a rumor rife in Pratibandhapuram. But with hindsight, we may conclude it was based on some truth. Now, the writer says that it's just a kind of a rumor. Nothing of this supernatural thing took place. It is just of a rumor. But if we look back, hindsight means if we look behind, there is some logic and there is some truth behind it. The whole situation or the whole incident is not a rumor, but yes, it contains a little element of truth also. Okay, let's read the next part. Crown Prince Jung Bahadur grew taller and stronger day by day. Please keep underlining, children. No other miracle marked his childhood days apart from the event already described. The boy drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny, tutored in English by an Englishman, saw nothing but English films, exactly as the crown princes of all the other Indian states did. Now, children, this is satire. Because the Britishers were there in our country, and this is a story when our country was under the rule of the British. So, what was the common practice among the king's children? They used to blindly follow and were at the service of the Britishers. Okay, the Britishers, and this was taken advantage of by the Britishers. The divide and rule policy, children, worked on this. The kings, they used to be at the service of the Britishers. The Britishers used to pamper them. The Britishers used to support them. And this way, they carried out the policy of divide and rule. and took advantage of the short sightedness of the kings, of the rulers. Now, what happened? Jung Bahadur was no exception. While he was growing up, children, he drank the milk of the English cow. So, a mixed breed cow, and he drank the milk of that English cow. He was brought up by an English nanny, a caretaker, tutored in English. The Britishers promoted their English language. So he learnt that English language by an Englishman and saw nothing but English films. So he was at the service of the Britishers completely and took up their service, took up everything, the practices that were there amongst the Britishers. Exactly as the crown princes of all the other Indian states did. So this was the short-sightedness that was prevailing amongst the Indian kings and the rulers. This is satire again, an example of satire, children. Okay, there was no unity amongst the rulers. They were very much impressed by the Western culture and blindly aped it. Could not, see or make out what was the motive behind it of the Britishers. They felt that the Britishers were their friend and they were being pampered. So this is what they enjoyed. When he came of age at 20, the state which had been with the court of wards until then came into his hands. Now, children, at the age of 20, who became the king? Jung Bahadur was crowned the king. And till then, the affairs of the state was in the hand of the court of wards. Now, what do you understand by the court of wards? Children, it was a legal body which was, created by the East India Company, the Britishers. And what was the purpose? The purpose was to protect the heirs and their estates till the time he was a minor. Okay, now Jung Bahadur, he was a minor, could not take care of the affairs of his state or the welfare of his state. So a legal body was created by the East India Company who took care of the welfare and the affairs of the state till Jung Bahadur came of age. Came of age means was suitable for the throne. So at 20, he was crowned the king. But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer's prediction. Many continued to discuss the matter. Slowly it came to the Maharaja's ears. But all this while nobody forgot the prophecy. It was very much in the minds of the people and they used to talk about it, discuss about it. And slowly this reached the ears of the Maharaja. There were innumerable forests in the Pratibandhpuram state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying, you may kill even a cow in self-defense. Now, there were innumerable. Innumerable means many, countless forests in the Pratibandhpuram state and they had tigers in them. So, those forests, they had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying that, there's nothing wrong in killing a cow which is so meek, docile, harmless. In self-defense, if you are going to kill a cow, it is not a crime. It's allowed. There could certainly be no objection to killing tigers in self-defense. The Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. So he is, convincing himself. Just to convince himself, what does he say? That if it's not illegal or if it's not a crime in killing a harmless cow, then there should be no objection to killing tigers in self-defense. Everything is allowed. The Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. And then the Maharaja started hunting the tigers. The Maharaja was thrilled beyond measure when he killed his first tiger. He sent for the straight astrologer and showed him the dead beast. Now, what did the Maharaja do? He killed his first tiger. And he was thrilled beyond measure. Thrilled means very happy, beyond measure. His happiness knew no boundaries. He was thrilled beyond measure when he killed his first tiger, and he called the state astrologer and showed him the dead beast. He flaunted the dead beast. What do you say now? He demanded. Your Majesty may kill 99 tigers in exactly the same manner, but the astrologer drawled. Now, what does he say? After flaunting the beast, the Maharaja asked, so now what do you say? Here I have killed a tiger. To this, what answer did the astrologer give? That yes, exactly the same manner, you have to kill 99 tigers. You will kill those 99 tigers. But drawled means, to speak slowly, pulling the vowel sound. Now, but there is one problem. But what? Speak without fear. But you must be very careful with the 100th tiger. Now, he's again making the Maharaja beware. Oh, what is he saying? You should be very careful with the 100th tiger. What if the 100th tiger were also killed? Then I will tear up all my books on astrology, set fire to them, and I shall cut off my tuft, crop my hair short, and become an insurance agent. The astrologer finished on an incoherent note. Now, what he said that you have to kill 100 tigers. You have to kill the 100 tigers. You will be able to kill 99 tigers, but there will be a problem with the 100th tiger. Now, the Maharaja gave a reply back, and what did he say? That what if I kill the 100th tiger also? What answer did the astrologer give? That if it so happens, then I will tear all my books on astrology. I will leave my work of astrology, and I will take up an ordinary job of an insurance agent. Now, astrology, a Brahmin, a high-class Brahmin practices astrology. He has, a position in society. He says that I will drop myself off that position. I will give up the work of astrology, and a high-caste Brahmin will become an ordinary insurance agent. The astrologer finished on an incoherent note. Children, incoherent note means not very clearly. He muttered. He whispered those words. And not very clearly, he muttered that last sentence. Why? He must have been doubtful inside, children? He knew that the Maharaja is determined. He is very brave and courageous. Could be that he overturns his prediction. So, the last sentence he did not utter very confidently or very clearly. From that day onwards, okay children, part 3 now. Here we have an ironical situation and also a little humor, children. The satire, I told you the elements of humor and wit are used. Now humor, something that will evoke our laughter. Let's read. From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Pratibandhpuram. Now, what does the author say? That it was a celebration time for all the tigers. Now, in what sense was that? Let's read and find out. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. A proclamation was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to fling so much as a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. Now, there was this rule that was passed, and what did it read? If anyone dared to even fling, to even throw a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be taken by force. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. Only Jang Bahadur could kill tigers. And hence it was a celebration time for all the tigers. Isn't there an irony in this sentence, children? The irony is that the general public would not indulge in the games. That does not put an end to tiger killing. The tigers would eventually be killed, but by whom? By the king. The king would still indulge in those hunting expeditions and hunt down the tigers. Okay, so there is this humor contained over here, and it's a satire also, children. And why is it a satire? Because the rulers and the kings used to indulge themselves in nonsensical pleasures such as poaching, hunting, card games, court dances. So these were all unnecessary pleasures that they indulged themselves in. Now just see the foolish reason behind killing the tigers. He did not want to take any chance. He wanted himself to hunt down each and every tiger that survived in and around Pratibandhapuram. Okay, so this is humor contained in this paragraph. The Maharaja vowed he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. See again here a line of satire that he avoided, he ignored all the welfare activities of the state, and he was only and only indulging in himself in tiger hunting. Initially, the king seemed well set to realize his ambition. Not that he faced no dangers. There were times when the bullet missed its mark. The tiger leapt upon him and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Each time it was the Maharaja who won. Now, it has been already told in the prediction that the king would be very courageous. He would be the king of kings, the champion of champions, warrior of warriors. So, it wasn't that the tiger hunting expedition was always a smooth game for him. No. There were times when the bullet missed his target, missed the tiger, and the tiger pounced on the Maharaja. And that time there was a physical fight between the beast and the king with bare hands. But who won every time? It was the Maharaja who won. So this shows that he was his valor, his power. He was very courageous. Okay children, I'll end today's video lesson here. Please listen to it again if required and then move on to the worksheet. I shall be taking forward this lesson again. Till then, please sincerely do your work and keep revising for the upcoming test. Thank you, class.